Hello, hello guys. How are you? Happy Wednesday. Happy rainy Wednesday here. I feel like it's been raining everywhere I've gone today. Rain, a little bit of sunshine in Columbus, and then it was back to a downpour. But we are here to do our April regional training, and Danielle has graciously agreed to do this with me. I am super excited. Danielle and I met like 2 weeks ago, I think it is now. And we were like, we have to kick these regional trainings back off. There is such power in coming together and bringing our teams together to talk about topics that are important to you and important to our business. And what's more important right now than our new compensation plan, right? We are right in the heart of this new compensation plan, and there are still so many questions. So that is what we're going to talk about tonight. We are going to do recognition. We're going to do a little bit of an icebreaker, so you guys will get to talk. Please talk so that we don't have to just be the only ones talking. And then Danielle and I are also going to share with you guys how to make the most of this compensation plan. And we're not going to get into the nitty-gritty details of it because that gets overwhelming if you just sit and listen to the nitty-gritty details. I will be the first to tell you that. I'm going to mute everybody as they're coming in, just to keep the background noise to a minimum. Oh, there we go. When you get into those nitty-gritty details, it can get overwhelming very quickly. You can go down rabbit holes and find yourself stuck. And that's not what we want at all. We don't want you feeling stuck. We don't want you to be like, oh my gosh, I'm in a hole and now I can't get out. We want you to see what you can get out of this new compensation plan, because I am a firm believer this new compensation plan allows every single one of us to win if we know what to do with this new compensation plan. It is a learning curve for all of us, everybody, including myself, who has been here from the very beginning. So I am not excluded from this. I had to learn this. I had to read it, write it down. I had to highlight. I had notes upon notes upon notes, and I had questions, and I had emails back and forth to home office. I did a lot of that, right? And no question is too silly. So if you have a question and you're stuck and you're like, this doesn't make sense to me, ask the question, because if it doesn't make sense to you, 9 times out of 10, it doesn't make sense to somebody else. You're just being brave and asking the question. Nobody's going to make fun of you. It's a safe spot to ask a question. Ask the question. Okay. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. I am going to share my screen, and Danielle, I'm going to unmute you. If you could just please tell me if you can see my screen when I share it.
Yep, it's there.
You see it? Okay.
Yep.
All righty. Perfect. All right. So let's get started. So here's our icebreaker. And I forgot to unmute. So if you want to participate in this icebreaker and you want to talk, please remember to unmute yourself. And this, I think, is a very fair question to ask of anybody at any rank. So what rank would you work towards if you knew you couldn't fail? Out of all of the ranks, all of our new ranks, so we've got qualified stylist, senior stylist, elite stylist, team builder, senior team builder, team leader, senior team leader, director, senior director, elite director, executive director, senior executive director, national executive director. We've got all of them. Which one would you work towards if you knew that you could not fail? Now, if you're too afraid to talk in front of all of us, even though you should not be, you can put it in the chat. I'll watch the chat as well.
Yeah, Monica said director. Candace said director. Oh, Bobby said national executive.
Nice. Good deal. Good deal, Bobby. I'm proud of you.
Oh, Christina said director. April said I'm driving,
Oh,
executive
God.
director.
I hope you were doing talk driving. I hope you weren't texting and driving. Oh gosh, that makes me a nervous wreck.
Oh my gosh, Katie said I have kids screaming or I would unmute. Katie, what rank are you pushing for? Tell us.
If you knew you executive,
Executive.
totally talking and texting. Good answer.
Yeah, well, as they're coming in on the chat, I will just share with you all the rank that I would push towards is all the way at the top. I have said from basically the end of my jumpstart period, which was 95 days in, that I was going to the top, and I didn't know how long it would take me. And I knew that I would fail a lot more than I would succeed, but failing is part of succeeding. So you have to fail and you have to keep going. And, it might be 3 years from now, it might be 20 years from now. I don't know how long it's going to take, but eventually you will see Danielle and her team at the top. So, and I can probably say the same for Jess.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just like Danielle. I don't know how long it will take me. And something that you will hear me say very often, this is a journey. It is a marathon. It is not a sprint. And I am not a runner. I am not a runner.
Me neither.
I will run alongside of you. I will hold your hand. I will help you get wherever you want to be. If you want to be an executive director, I will work alongside of you to help you get there. I will help anybody get to whatever their goal is. And I will help hold you accountable to that, but you have to be willing to work towards that yourself. I can't want it more for you than you want it for yourself.
Yes.
But with that being said, I think that everybody's goal should be the top, because why wouldn't you want to be the top, right? We work for an amazing company. We are fortunate to be with one of the top companies in this industry, the top in this industry. And we now have a compensation plan that rewards everybody from like day one, right? Like
Yeah.
that's unheard of. So I'm super proud of you guys for putting it out there that the majority of you guys said, I want to go all the way to the top. That's what I want to do. And our goal as leaders is to help you get there and give you tools and help get you resources so that you can continue to work your business, be consistent, and work towards those goals. And remember that
I agree.
It's a journey, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. It's not to see who can get there fastest, right?
Right.
The company is only almost 5 years old. It's almost 5 years old, right? That's still a new company. That is still a new company. This is not a company like, I'm just going to say it, like Mary Kay, that's been around since my great grandmother was born, right? It's just not. It's just not. This is a company that we are planting those seeds. We're building those roots to this company, and you guys are in the right place at the right time. Okay.
With the right people.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't give up hope. Don't give up hope.
Well, and just remember, you guys, the time is going to pass anyways. So why not spend that time working towards your goals, no matter how fast or how slow you get there? And there was a quote that they shared at conference last year that has stuck with me. And it said, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And just remember that this is not corporate America. There's not one president in this company. There's not one place at the top, and we're all fighting for that spot. There is room for everybody at the top of this company. And this is the type of business where we rise by lifting others. We want everybody to win. We want everybody to succeed. Like, you can't compete with me. You can't compete with Jess, because we want you guys to win. So there's room for me and Jess and Katie and Monica and Renee and Mary and Lindsay. And I'm just naming people that I see, but there's room for all of us up there. So we all can push for that, and we can all celebrate all the way up, celebrate all of those little wins until we get there.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, where did there's my little clicker. Okay, so let me my little waiting room thing keeps popping up. trying to stay on task today.
I've
That
been
is-
letting them
that is
in,
my
Jess,
goal.
as they come. So you do your thing and I'll let people
Okay.
in.
All right. So we most of you guys should know, and if you don't, we have our child abuse awareness set that launched on the 5th of this month. If you're somebody that talks about the foundation set that launches like right when it launches, and then you don't like get a lot of kind of feedback from your customers or your VIP groups or whatnot, it's probably a good idea to remind them about the foundation about now, because now we're in the middle of the month. The awareness shade, I believe, I did not check today, I will be 100% honest, is still available. And it's a good time to remind them about our about the causes that we support, about our foundation, and remind them about this shade. And it's a good thing to talk about our foundation and what we're doing as a company, because things like this bring attention to our company like tenfold. When we are giving back to the community through different awarenesses and different charities, you never know what chord that's going to strike with somebody. And that may bring your next new customer, your next new stylist, and that may just bring, you know, another follower to your journey. So this is just a reminder that we have that awareness set out there. And here's another one. There is the email that went out on the 3rd. If you're looking for graphics, yes, there are tons of graphics out there, but there was a content kit that was sent out in the email that was sent to all stylists back on April 3rd. And this is a good place to caveat in. If you are not receiving Color Street's home office emails, one, make sure you have not unsubscribed from their emails. If you have, that's perfectly fine. We'll get you back on their email list. And if you're having trouble doing that, send me an email. I'll help you do that. If you're still not getting them, send an email to customer service, and you know that you have not unsubscribed, send an email to customer service. Tell them that you have not unsubscribed, you're still not getting emails, and they will help get you in the right avenue. Here's our beautiful earnings statement. And if you were in the, I'm just going to speak to this one because I heard it there. If you were at the Cleveland Spark Tour, Compliance did a nice little segue about the earnings statement, that this big paragraph that you all see on your screen no longer has to be in your business blessings. Okay. Yes, you still have to have an income disclosure earning type statement. This link right here at the very bottom is what they're referencing. And that link needs to come directly behind the business blessing that you are referring to. So for example, if you say, and I'm just going to use this, I was able to take my kids this weekend to the American Girl store and purchase new clothing for their dolls. Thanks Color Street, put in that income disclosure statement, that hyperlink right there. I have myself covered because I have included that statement. Okay, does that make sense? So no longer do I need to put this big paragraph and say, yes, it comes with hard work, yada, 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 all of that stuff. Yes, that's nice. And you should say that, you know, I worked hard to get this money. But what is required is that hyperlink that goes directly to the income disclosure statement. And I think that that's very nice, and that's very generous on home office's part. If you agree with me, I think most of you will agree with me, because that's probably what I hear the most about. So, what else was I going to tell you? I don't think anything else on that slide. Yeah, Christina, it's nice. It really is. Oh, That's not what I wanted. Oh, there we go. All right, my favorite part, recognition, because I do not think that you can recognize enough. So my recognition looks a little different than what home office typically does. So you may see a little difference in here, but please bear with me. I think that these things are very important to recognize, because these are things that you should be doing in your business to help keep your business afloat, and you'll see why. All right, so starting off, in the past 35 days, our team has welcomed 22 new stylists to our team. Okay, and this is 22 brand new stylists: Chrissy Barrett, Renee Stolzheimer, April Sanders, Bria Moore, Cheyenne Moore, Sheena Clevenger, Megan Cole, Darlene McGimpsey. I am so sorry if I butcher your name. I should have said that up front. Mallory Cohen, Jennifer Stewart, Kelly Williams, Jessica Stone, Alexis Fletcher, Cherry Bird, Heather, I can't see your last name because my bar is right there. Terry Land, Amanda Johnson, Barbara Massenberg, Nicole Boisberg, Janine Bressler, Heather Van Uten, and Chandra Robinson. Thank you. Congratulations on your new journey as a Color Street stylist. We're super excited to have you here. If you need anything, I guess I am one of your top leaders. Danielle is one of the executive leaders on our team as well. You can find your upline graphical tree in your back office should you need leadership help. But please don't hesitate to reach out, and welcome to the team. All right. Let me pull this down. We celebrated 280 stylists as they earned the title of qualified stylist in the month of March. 280 of you celebrated the title of a qualified stylist. That is a lot of you, so congratulations. I lost my bar there. And 52 of you celebrated the title of senior stylist. Congratulations. Oh, I guess I did that twice, didn't I? A third time. All right, 27 stylists. We celebrated 27 stylists as they earned the title of team leader. Oh my gosh, why is it doing this? It's doing it 3 times. 8 stylists as they earned the title of director. I don't know why it's doing it 3 times. And oh, I should go back. Hold on. I think I missed a senior director. No, we had 3 senior directors. I skipped that one. 3 people hit the rank of senior director, and 1 stylist reached the rank of executive director in the month of March. All right. I don't know why it's doing this 3 times.
These are all newly promoted, right, Jess?
No, that was not newly promoted. I just did overall recognition.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, got it.
Yeah, I didn't do newly promoted.
Okay.
My back office was wonky, and I ran out of time on that one.
Okay. So we had 280 paid as qualified stylists, and then so on and so forth from all the ranks.
Yes. Going forward, it will be newly promoted.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Going forward, it will be newly promoted.
Okay.
All right, and into sales, because we are in a sales business. If you did not know that, we are. All right, so jump starts. So jump starts are at, or they used to be. So this is our previous compensation plan, guys. Look at those numbers. I just want you to stop and remember what numbers you had to hit to get your jump start. Does anybody's heart like start having palpitations when you see that number?
Mine does.
Yeah. I mean, yes, I hit that number, but I knew absolutely nothing when I started. And it's hard. It is hard
Yes.
to hit those numbers. I'm just going to put that out there to the universe. It was hard to hit those numbers, but we did have a couple people do that. So Jumpstart Sales Achievers, we had 2 stylists hit the $1,000 PV in their first 35 days as a stylist. And that is Patricia Sipe and Kristen Guerrero. And 1 stylist hit level 2 at $2,500 in their first 65 days as a stylist. And that was Angie Thomas. Congratulations. Those numbers are super hard. And again, I'm still having palpitations from looking at those numbers. Our Jumpstart plan, Danielle's going to touch on it, is so much easier and more obtainable now as a new stylist. And it's so much, I think, more rewarding because it's so much more obtainable. But congratulations to you guys. Well done. I know that that was not an easy feat to overcome. All right. Now this is the new one. Closed qualifying nail bars. Okay. If you are not doing nail bars, and that's including having your own nail bar every month, I don't want to say you're doing it wrong, but you're doing it wrong. Okay. We are in the party-based business. We are a party-based business, and nail bars are where our next customers are at, our next hostesses are at. So nail bars are where you want to be, and you need to figure out a way to make those work in your business. There are lots of trainings within the Connect the Dots, in our team resources, within Team Nailed It. There are a lot of different ways to party without the traditional 7-day drag it out parties. Excuse me. You have to find what works for you. And these individuals, I was going to do the top 10, but we had quite a few people that tied. And I should have went by PV, but I was like, you know what? Everybody got that same number. I'm just going to recognize all of them. But I wanted to emphasize the importance of nail bars. If you're not hosting a nail bar, you need to figure out how to do it. Because nail bars, again, are where your next stylists are going to be, where you're going to grow your team, where your customers are at, and where you're going to really see your business thrive. I promise you. All right. So here was our top 10, add a couple people that close in March, our top closed qualifying nail bars. Diana Neat had 9 closed qualifying nail bars. So that's a closed qualifying nail bar is anything over $150. Mindy Mitchell had 5. Petal Evans had 5. Gretchen Gibson had 5. Amy Roebuck had 5. I had 4. Kim Creech had 4. Amelia Barker had 4. Rowan McCoy had 4. Christine Brock had 4. And Anne, I always butcher your last name. I am so
Quintanilla.
sorry. Danielle, what is it?
Quintanilla.
Thank you. Thank you. I butcher it every single time. Jared can say it. It just like rolls off of his tongue. I can't say it. It comes out like tortilla or something. It comes out really wrong. So I just like skip over it. I just say Anne.
You can just call her Ann Q. That's fine too.
Oh, good. Oh, good. 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 Okay. I'll do that from now on. Now I'm super embarrassed. Okay. But congratulations to you guys. My other little tidbit on parties. Your goal for yourself for parties, if you are shooting to be at least a qualified stylist, we're gonna start small, even though you guys were like shooting for the moon, right? Starting small. Your goal, if you are shooting to be a qualified stylist, should be to have at least 2 parties a month. At least 2 parties a month. in addition to a party for yourself. So that's 3 parties, right? 3 parties. You think that's doable? I think it's doable. Find 2 friends. Can you help me out? Can you help me launch my new catalog that just launched? If you have people that are telling you no, that's okay. That means not right now. That doesn't mean no forever. Ask in a different way. Do you know of a friend? Ask for a referral. Somebody is eventually going to say yes. Okay. That's my little tidbit on parties. All right. All right, so now we're going to hop into the meat of our, excuse me, the meat of our training, and that is how we're going to develop within this new compensation plan. And if you guys can see this,
Just let me cut in on you really quick, can I?
Yeah.
I want to just touch on what Gretchen just said in the chat. Kelly France from Team Nailed It, she shared a mega battle in her group. You guys need to go search it, but Gretchen just said Kelly France's mega battle of the hostesses has been gold for me the last 2 months. And you guys, there are so many people that are having huge success with this idea that Kelly shared. She did a training on it. She shared a template that you guys can literally go in there and use her template to do these parties. So go check that out after this training's over.
Yep, absolutely. I will share it again in our team space.
Okay.
So that they don't have to go very far to look for it.
That'll be good.
Literally, it is gold. I've done it once. I know Danielle has done it. I am telling you, it is, like Gretchen said, it is gold. It revived my party game. It's the real deal. Not that I'm stealing that from Rachel, but I'm stealing it for right now because it literally brought new life to my parties, and I'm excited to party. I think that my customers and their customers can feed off of that excitement. And Danielle and April kind of said it best when we were at Starbucks that night or that day. You're kind of like held accountable to that other stylist because you have to do your part because you're holding their customers kind of in the palm of your hand. So you can't let them down. You don't want to let them down, right? So you have to do your part to make sure that that party is successful. So at least that's the way that I look at it, and they said it best. So
yes, I agree. Also, you guys, Katie just mentioned to go check out the Connect the Dots from Monday. She said that was gold. They were talking about envelope parties. I did not catch that one. So you guys go search Connect the Dots from Monday because apparently that was awesome. Katie watched it.
Good deal. I'll have to watch that one too. I did not see that one. All right. So let's move into, I'm not going to go over this slide. You guys can all read it. But this is the ranks in the new compensation plan from qualified stylist all the way to 3-carat diamond national executive. And what you need downline volume wise, how many legs you need, the transition plan. And then once you're at a senior executive director, once you're at that level, how many leader points you need. So at this point in the game, no one on our team needs to worry about the leader points, if that makes sense. So that is something you can check off of your list. I don't have to worry about that right now. You don't have to worry about it. And we can start worrying about things that we do need to worry about to get us to our ranks, okay? Our new ranks. And I should say, I know that it has been said a lot of times because I've heard it. Your new rank does not define who you are and what you've done in this business. Most of us are going to get a new rank, okay? I will share my personal story. I have been a senior executive director since October of 2018. There was a stint for about a year where I did not hold that title of senior executive director because there was a lot of rebuilding that I needed to do in my team. And I rebuilt that team. we rebuilt that team. I don't want to say we rebuilt that team. And I was able to regain momentum. I reclaimed that title as senior executive director. And in the last couple months, I have not held that title of senior executive director. But you know what? I don't let that title define who I am as a person. I know that I'm a good leader. I know that my team is very strong. I know that I have great leaders, and I know eventually I'm going to get there. I just have to continue to work my business the way that I know how and continue to build to this new plan and not get wrapped up in where I was in the old plan and how now that's not going to benefit me, if that makes sense. So continue to do what you know what's best for your business. If you have questions about placements, what do I do? What does this look like? And the old plan and the new plan, like there's going to be a lot of questions. That's inevitable. Ask your questions. We'll help you as best as we know how, and we're going to continue to move forward. Okay. So that's that. Oh, there we go. I think we've already covered this: strategies with the new plan, implementation, and tools and training to support. And I think it's really good to say that in this new plan, sales are rewarded from day one. From day one, you no longer have to enroll somebody to hit the first rank in this plan. I don't know about you, but that was super overwhelming to me as a new stylist. That I had to enroll somebody because I didn't even know what I was doing when I was a brand new stylist. I didn't know how to sell a product, let alone enroll somebody and say, hey, do you want to come sell nail polish with me? I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe you can have a better luck at it, but I don't know. Let's go do this together, right? But sales are now being rewarded. You're able to build your business. You're able to receive those wins really early on. And as you continue to build your business, you're able to keep your people closer to you, getting you more money. More money. I don't know how many times I have to say this, more money. And you're able to build your teams bigger and eventually get more money. So everybody likes money. I'll continue to tell those who want to hear it. But for now, I'll move on. And for those who are in the old compensation plan, I know that I'm not going to keep going back and forth, but for this, if you have a team that is very narrow right now and you don't have very many legs, the plan is to build outward. You're no longer building your teams down, you're building them this way, right? So your tree is going to be very wide. And these people down here, not that they don't matter, but you're going to help them grow their teams out this way. So you're going to have a big, big tree instead of a really narrow tree. It's almost like, what do they call that? Like on a fence, like the ivy. That's what I told Jared. I was like, I'm no longer going to have this really long tree down here. These people are just going to have like ivy along. That's what I envisioned, like my tree just being like an ivy along this fence. So we're going to help these people that are on our teams that are really narrow. We're going to help them grow their teams out, and everybody is going to grow wide, and they're going to be able to see the benefits of this new compensation plan. So I hope that makes sense. All right, go for it, Danielle.
Jumping in. Okay, yes. So now with the new compensation plan, we get a base 15% commission until we hit the 300 PV. Once we hit the 300 PV up to 599 PV, we are at the 25%. Then now I really like the way they've restructured the enhanced commission, because we earn more at that mid-level enhanced, where it's the 600 to the 1,799. We get the 30%, and then we max out the comp plan, is what I call it, at 1,800 PV versus the 2,400 PV. So newer stylists that are coming in and just learning this new comp plan, bless you, because looking back and trying to shift my mindset from what I've known for the last 3.5 years to now has been a struggle, you guys. It has been so hard for me to wrap my mind around this. And then I was talking to my business partner, fellow stylist friend, April, and she said, Danielle, you really have to look at it as if we're joining a brand new company and we are getting a brand new compensation plan and we have to learn it from the ground up and forget the old. And from that day, I was like, you know what, out with the old and with the new. I've got to just let go of everything old and focus on the new, because just like Jess was saying about the jump starts, I was blessed enough to hustle a lot and achieve every one of my jump starts, but it was hard, you guys. It was so hard. And now when I share the new jump starts, I share those so confidently because I'm like, oh girl, 500 PV, we got this. Let me show you how we can break this down. As opposed to saying, well, you got to get 1,000 your first 35 days. Now they only need 500 and then 500 the next, 500 the next. And it's amazing. So that's basically, the base retail commissions and the enhanced. And once you hit that 600 PV, you are making $180 commission. That's US dollars at the 600. And then if you max out the comp plan at the 1800, you are earning a minimum of 630 US dollars. So I don't have the conversions to the Canadian dollars, but you guys, that 1800 is my personal goal every single month moving forward, because when I think of $630, I begin to have my wheels turn and think, okay, what can I use that $630 for? And I feel like, to me, that's my why that's going to push me to get that 1800, because yes, it seems like a big number, but you guys, if you go back and watch the Tuesday training that I did on the enhanced commissions, I broke it all down for you guys and showed you exactly how you can achieve enhanced commission. And I break it down so simplified to where it's like, okay, I can do this because you can. And I know you can because other people are doing it. And that's just my motto with everything. If someone else can do it, I can do it. So I want you guys to adapt that mindset and know that, the possibilities are endless. And the same opportunity is here for you, that's here for Jess and I, and, every other person that's watching this regional training. So, all right. So Jess, you can go to the next. I don't think I can change the slide on my end. Do you want me to talk about this one or you?
There we go. I think that this one right here, I forget what I was going to say about it. Hold on. Let me get my notes. Sorry. It's right here. This one was really just kind of outlining the different kind of requirements or kind of phases, I should say, of each rank. So your stylist. So these are the people that are really focusing on their personal businesses. These are the ones that are perfecting their partying, and they're perfecting their customer base. They're getting they're working through all the things that are setting their business up for success. And then we move into that builder phase where they're learning how to be a leader, okay? Because that next phase they're going into is that leadership phase. So this is the phase where they're learning those skills on how to be a leader, that's going to help them be successful when they get to that team leader, or I'm sorry, when they get to that leadership phase. And when they get to that team leader phase or that leadership phase, they will have a solid kind of understanding, and they'll have tools in their toolkit to be able to help their team and not feel like they're unprepared. So many times we hear, I'm just not cut out for leadership because I don't know what to do. So many times we hear that. And that's not what we ever want for anybody on our in a leadership position. We want leaders that want to be here. We want leaders that are invested in their business and their teams 100%, not 50% of the time, not 25% of the time, invested 100% in their teams and their businesses. And that really starts at that leader phase. That really does. Because when you go to that next phase, that director, senior director, elite director, executive, and senior executive director, Lisa said it in, I think she said it, that elite director, you can be making almost a full-time income, if not more, at that elite director pay rank, right? So this is big money. So we need commitment from those leaders that are at that rank to be invested in their teams. And then as you grow your team, you're helping that in that director phase to be able to build those leaders, and those leaders are going to help build those builders, and those builders are going to help those stylists. And it's kind of just everybody's helping everybody kind of at that rank below, if that makes sense. And yeah, Danielle, you said it correct. That's your first 6-figure income. That is correct. And then obviously executive, I mean, you're like all in. You're past all in. That's everything is all in. Everything that you know, everything is in. And that's really focusing on at the executive level is more broad based on building up your leaders so that they can help build their leaders, and then their leaders build their leaders. It's kind of a stifling effect, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So that's all I was going to say on that one.
Okay.
There you go.
And one thing that I want to touch on with the new ranks that we have is those of you that have been around a while, you know the struggle that it was to go from director to senior director, and then senior director to executive. And it was almost like you would feel defeated, because it's like, I've put in all this work, I get 2 steps forward and 5 steps back. And it was just like, you see the light at the end of the tunnel, but you don't know when you're going to get there. And now with this restructure with our comp plan, I am just over the top abundantly happy that they have made this more attainable with the smaller stepping stones, so that we can hit these other ranks, obviously with a challenge, because they don't want to make it easy on us, but it's just so much more attainable. So that just makes my heart so happy. And let's move into the rank promotion bonuses. So I absolutely love this, because this compensation plan literally benefits a brand new stylist all the way up to the top of the company with the 3-carat diamonds. Like there is really nobody that you're like, they get, compensated or they get better benefits than us, because the brand new stylists right out of the gate are getting amazing jumpstart rewards. They are able to get these rank bonuses. And to me, this is just amazing, because it helps. I'm just going to speak for myself. It helps us as leaders when we enroll to tell these stylists with confidence that this is the right company. Not only do we have, an amazing product that's affordable and consumable, made and shipped in the United States, like all the things, but we've got a jumpstart program to help you with early successes right out of the gate. And we can tell them about that. And then we can talk about the rank promotion bonuses, where they're able to earn these bonuses promoting to 2 different ranks that they don't even need a team for. And then we can get into team building with them and let them know there's bonuses as you build a team. And then later we're going to talk about level bonuses and more perks of leadership. So to me, it just helps me as a leader to share this business opportunity with complete confidence, because this compensation plan is the total package, in my opinion. So when you hit senior stylist for the first time, you are getting that $50 rank bonus. And then you can see the conversion to the Canadian dollars there. Elite stylist, team builder, you guys can go through these and see the senior team builder, you have to hit that rank once and you get that bonus. Now, when you move over to the other side of this image here, the STB, the TL, and the STL, you do have to hold those ranks for 2 consecutive months to get that bonus. But you guys, let's say that you enroll a new stylist and they say, you know, I want to do what you do. I want to build a team, and they achieve every one of these rank promotion bonuses. They are going to earn $1,650 in bonuses, you guys. I don't know about you, but when I hear that dollar, I'm automatically thinking like $1,650. What could that do for your family's finances? I know that could do a lot for my families. So these rank bonuses are huge. If you're watching this and you are a newer stylist, this is something that's available to you. Or if you've been around for a long time and maybe you know, were a bonus qualified stylist on our previous plan and you have never hit above a bonus qualified stylist, this option is here for you. If you decide, hey, I want to give this a whirl, I want to try building a team, get with your enroller or your closest director upline, your closest team leader upline, and tell them, I'm really interested in this. What do you suggest that I do? Because these are available to you as well. So this to me is just absolutely amazing. I love that this is even here. I'm a little bit jealous that I'm not able to earn any of these bonuses, but that's okay because I will help new stylists and anybody on my team achieve them. So, all right, next one, Jess, what do we have next? Surprise me. Ooh, level bonuses or generation?
Nope.
Oh,
Well, maybe.
oh, jump starts. I talked a little bit about jump starts. I can go through this one quickly. Do you want me to?
Did I?
Or no?
That's one you just did.
Yep, I just did rank bonuses. I did touch on jump starts, so I'll go over jump starts kind of quickly here. But the jump starts, so you have the opportunity to earn a minimum of $300 in product credit and $375 in commission when you break down the jump starts. So it's 500 PV your first 35 days, and then 500 PV the next 30 days, 500 PV the next 30 days. So if you get the minimum 500 PV even, you're going to get $125 in commission. That's US dollars. And if you break that down even further, because I'm all about reverse engineering, that's 14 buy 3 get 1 orders. So you guys, that is totally attainable. And then there is the consistency reward. So if you achieve all 3 jump starts, you get an additional $150 in product credit. So that's how you get the $300 in product credit. And then there's an enrolling jump start. So let's say that a new stylist enrolls a new stylist that sells 1,000 PV in their first 95 days, they're going to get a $50 product credit, and that is limitless. So let's say that somebody hits the ground running and they're enrolling several new stylists. They're going to get that $50 product credit on every new stylist that they enroll. So that to me is amazing in itself. So, so that's pretty much the jump starts without really digging in there. I think I hit everything. I didn't even look at the slide. I was looking at my paper down here.
Yeah, you covered everything. You're good.
Okay, so the level bonuses, oh my goodness, these level bonuses are insane.
More money.
Yeah, I just, every time I talk about the comp plan, I just say like money, money, money. Like you guys, there is so much money to be made with this compensation plan. But you can look here and see that you have the opportunity, depending on your rank, to earn these level bonuses up to level 5. So once you get up to the executive director and above, you are earning level bonuses 5 levels down. So, and that starts at the qualified stylist level. So as a qualified stylist, if you have 1 stylist under you, you are going to earn 2% off of all of their sales. And you guys can do the math on that because I could give you several different scenarios here. But these level bonuses are huge in my opinion. Did you want to touch on anything with the level bonuses, Jess?
Not really. This is where I think that it can get kind of, if you get too far into the weeds, it can get pretty like hairy.
Yes.
So this is just like a good visual to see where you can earn more money as you grow in this company and how you continue to earn more levels down. the more you grow in the company. So I think that that's really like very high level what I wanted to kind of go over. And if you have questions, please feel free to ask them. If you're at a certain rank and you don't understand what that looks like, we can help you kind of navigate where you would find your different levels. There's a nice report in the back office now that is a level that you can run in the back office, and it'll show you exactly what each person is and what level they are to you, which is nice that you can run as well. But this right here, I think does a good job explaining where there's more money to be had, again, in the compensation plan.
Well, and as you guys can see on that slide, sorry, Jess, I started talking, but on the level bonuses, you can see where it is critical to build shallow and wide, because you guys see, look at that compensation on your level 1 and your level 2, and then it continues to go down the further down that you go. So just think, if you have, like Jess said, the ivy growing along the fence, and you have this wide front line, you guys are earning compensation infinitely across that front line, or depending on which rank you are, you're earning that many levels down, but you are going to earn, that, let's say that you are a team leader, you're going to earn that 7% across your level 1. So let's say that you have 20 qualified stylists on your level 1, you are earning 7% of their sales all the way across the board. So you guys, it's so beneficial to build your team wide. We are no longer in the mindset of, like Jess said, the 3 tall, deep, long legs, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah. No longer are you in these long, skinny legs. We are into big, wide legs. We like wide, big.
Jess, we want the thunder thighs.
Thunder thighs. There we go. We like thunder thighs. I mean, dang, I'll go with it. I mean,
oh my gosh,
that's so funny. This is what you get at 9 o'clock at night, 9:30 at night. Anyways,
yes.
The other little caveat that I was going to say is, as you enroll people, this chart also shows you that it is beneficial that you continue to work with people and help them grow their business,
yes,
and not just enroll them and let them figure it out on their own.
Yes.
You shouldn't be doing that anyways. Because I'm sure that when somebody enrolled you, they didn't just say, oh, well, you're enrolled, here you go. They gave you tools, they gave you resources, they got you into the team space, they helped you kind of navigate through. But it benefits you to help them grow and continue to be successful in their business as well. So just keep that in mind as well.
Okay, so next we have generation bonuses, and I'm just going to touch on this briefly because this really gets complex.
Yeah.
And this doesn't even pertain to you until you hit the director level. So you must be a director to get the generation bonuses, and then you will earn a percentage off of your generations, and your generations are senior team leaders. So let's say that I'm an elite director. So where it says ED, and I have, 5 generations under me. As an elite director, I'm going to earn a percentage off of my first 3 generations. And then obviously it goes up the higher up that you rank. But generations are paid on your STLs. And then they are paid on career titles as well. So that's just something else to add in there. And I won't dig much more into that because it gets super confusing, and there's people, that are leaders that are still confused on the generation bonuses. So I don't want to overwhelm or confuse anybody that's watching this.
Yep. And it may, and because we've had so many questions about this, I may do a call with directors and above about just generation bonuses and leadership in general.
We should do that for sure. Let's schedule that tomorrow.
I will do that. Okay. And then, sorry, I'm starting to change my nail polish because I was sitting here picking at it. Strategy for placement. And again, I'm not going to get into the weeds on placement. Senior team leaders, placement can be done at the senior team leader level to senior team builders during the transition. Senior team builders are actively engaged in the business and can support the new stylist. So this is a rank that home office has identified that they're actively engaged in the business, that they are doing the right things in their business. They're selling the product, they're enrolling new people. They have shown a commitment to the business. And this is why that rank specifically has been chosen. And then placement is really all about what's best for the stylist being placed. And I'm going to say that again. It's all about what's best for the stylist that is being placed, not for you. Okay, not for you. I have said it. I know Jared has said it on a lot of lives. You don't want to place for the moment. You want to think about when you're placing someone, you want to think about that person, who they're going to mesh well with, because you're putting them with another mentor to help them in their business. But you're also building your empire, right? So you don't want to place right now to hit the rank because you're one body away from hitting the rank of executive director, but you know that next month I'm probably not going to hit that rank because of other circumstances that may occur. You want to look at the big picture and say, am I doing what's best for my business for the long run? And am I doing what's best for the stylist that's being placed? Have the conversation with the stylist about the placement, and then think to yourself, am I doing what's best for my team and my business? And then have that conversation. That conversation looks very different for different people, right? Something that comes very easily to me may not come easy to somebody else. I've been placing for a long time, and it's really easy for me to tell someone when I place them that I'm partnering them up with one of my executive directors. Her name is Danielle, and I'm going to place her with her. And I have the utmost confidence in Danielle, that's a mouthful, that she is going to help her continue to grow her business. She's full of resources. And I know if I don't have the answer, Danielle is going to have the answer for you. I'm not leaving you. I'm just pairing you up with a second mentor in your business because I believe in you and I want to see you be successful in this business. It's very easy to have those conversations when you take the conversation away from I'm placing you because I'm building my business to I'm doing what's best for you and I'm pairing you with someone that I know is going to mesh well with you. And here's why I'm doing it. And here's what you can expect from that other person. And have that conversation with the other stylist that you're placing them with. Please don't just place them and say, okay, well, I've talked to the stylist. I haven't talked to the other, I've talked to the stylist being placed, but I haven't talked to Danielle. She doesn't know that I'm putting April on her team. I'm just going to place her there, right? Because that wouldn't be cool. Because I'm going to go and say, okay, April, go ahead and talk to Danielle. And Danielle's going to be like, who's April, right? So anyways, long story short, have the conversation. Remember, it's all about the long haul. It's not about a quick fix right now. You don't want to put a Band-Aid over a small cut in a wound, right? You want to fix the problem, but you want to also look at the future. What is going to help keep my business sustainable and what is the best for my business and the stylist that's being placed. Do you have anything on placement, Danielle?
I don't think so. I think you pretty much summed it up.
Okay. Shoot.
I was reading Katie that it's easy to get into a tunnel and place for the next rank, but it's much better to place to better the person and make it for a long run. I agree with that. I think it's terrible when you get into a situation and think that you're just you just want to place so that you can hit a rank. You definitely need to make sure the placement is good for the leader, for the stylist, and for the success of the team as a whole, not just, to benefit or rank for that moment, because you will later regret it. I promise you.
Amen. That is all I'm going to say. All right, implementation. These are rank maps, charts, rank trackers. They have 1,000 different names. Call them whatever you want. This is liquid gold to your business. If you don't use these, I'm going to highly encourage you to print them off and do them. I believe that they are all in our team space. So you can find them there. You can find them in the app. You can find them in the virtual office. You can find them anywhere you really look for. I think they're called maps in the app and the virtual office. Rank trackers, if you look in like some spaces. But this is where you want to start looking, and start with pencil and start writing down your team. And I will tell you, when you have a smaller team, it's really easy to use these and start getting in the habit of doing them. Your leaders are doing these and they're looking at them probably every single day. I know that I look at my leaders charts probably once a week, and I'm looking and I'm keeping track every week. Okay, what are they doing this week? Okay, what does it look like this week? Okay, this person's moved. Okay, this team hasn't moved. What can we do here? That type of thing. So get in the habit of using these maps, rank trackers, whatever you want to call them, and start utilizing these for your business. And I will guarantee you, the more that you utilize these, the more that you're going to see success in your business. And when you have a team, and I will tell you, we did have, I believe Lisa mentioned today in our Team Brilliance that they do not have maps for the lower ranks yet. I forget what they don't have, but they're making them for every rank in the entire compensation plan, every rank. So they may look a little different from qualified stylist to whatever. My brain's mush. But it would have like task to do instead, if that makes sense, like to how to get to 300, if that makes sense. So
yeah, that's
what do
cool.
I have to do instead of stylist to move? It would be like parties and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
something like that. So that's all I'm going to say on rank trackers. They're a vital piece to your business. And if you're not utilizing, you're really missing the mark. And it's really a big help to your business and your teams, and knowing what's going on with your team without having to just hope by looking in the back office that I'm 92% to executive director, and I click and it says, oh, I need a director. Okay, well, what does that mean? Now I got to go look at my ring tracker in the back office and scroll back and forth, So it's easier to see when I have it out on paper and I know where to look.
I wanted to add something that Jess had said. I keep trackers in a page protector, so you guys can't really see, but like page protectors that you get in the school supply section, and you can write on those with a dry erase marker and then wipe it off. So if you're sitting down and you're like, okay, I want to look at Jess's team and see what they're doing, and then I want to look at Lindsay's team, and I can, map out Jess's team on there and then erase it off of there, and then, map out Lindsay's. Or maybe you are looking at your next rank and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to need a senior team leader. So let me see who on my team is closest to a senior team leader. And you might want to run through and put different scenarios on there. And you can just write those out and then erase them off of there. But I want to just piggyback off what Jess said. Rank trackers are literally the best thing since sliced bread. Like I do them so on the old plan, I would do them for all my team leaders and above. I would do them every single month. And more specifically, I would work close with my directors and above. But these are just Great, because it shows you where you are and it helps you to know where you're going. And you always need to have a map filled out for your current rank and the rank that you're pushing for, because you have to know where you are headed or you are never going to get there. Even if you get that out, let's say that you are an elite director on the current plan and you're trying to push for executive, and you pull out that executive and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so scary, I don't know what to do. Think about the old maps. Oh my gosh, all them bubbles you had to fill in on the old maps. Oh my gosh, it was so discouraging.
Papers for a bonfire.
But
Come over.
oh my gosh, girl, I'm gonna come over and burn all my trackers with you. But yes, so having a tracker for your current rank and where you're headed is so important, because you've got to know what you are working towards. So, and then, just to kind of sum this up, the new compensation plan is exactly what we asked for. We wanted to do away with the last day of the month, hey girl, how can I help you BQ? They took that away and now it's volume based. So now more than ever, it's important for us as leaders. And when I say us, I'm looking at Jess and I, but I'm speaking for any leader that's watching this. It is so vital for us to lead by example. It is important for us to be sharing the business and enrolling. We need to be partying. We need to be, hitting the comma club, hitting these higher sales numbers to show our teams that, hey, I'm doing this and here's how I'm doing it. Let me help you. Let me show you how I'm getting to 1,000 PV. Let me show you how I'm booking parties. Oh my gosh, and I just enrolled a new stylist last week. Let me show you how that conversation went, how I started that conversation, and show people, because a lot of times people want to do what you're doing, but they don't know how. So when we are leading by example and we are sharing what's working for us, our team is going to follow our lead. So we have to be leading by example and doing what we are, preaching to our teams.
Yep. All right. So now that we have gone over the compensation plan at a very high level, and we have talked about kind of the basics of what that plan is, does that help you all that are on here? There's about 14 of you guys on here, 12 of you, not including myself and Danielle. Does that help you guys gain a better understanding of this compensation plan? Did this call help you at all? And I'll watch the chat, or you can say yes. Because that was the intent of this call, was to really help you kind of understand what this new compensation and how it can really help boost your business forward. Good. Gretchen said yes.
Yes.
And so now what do we do from here? What do we do from here now, right? My challenge to all of you, and this is not going to be a hard challenge, is I would like to see all of you print out a rank tracker for the rank that you currently are at.
Mommy, are you almost done?
Yes, I'm almost done. And the next rank that you are going to hit, not the rank you want to hit that we talked at the beginning, the next rank that you are going to hit. Yes, there may be some empty bubbles, and that's okay. I want you to highlight those, okay? So you can visually see where you need to work your business. And I'll make some kind of graphic or some post or whatnot. And if you're comfortable sharing in that area, I want you to post those two images. And again, our team space is a safe space. I want you to share those because that is a way that we can encourage you guys to continue to hit those goals and keep pushing forward, even in those really hard months where you're learning a new compensation plan and you're learning basically a new business, right? You're learning, You're not learning a new product, you're not learning how to do new parties, but you're learning how to do your business just a little bit differently. And that takes a new skill too. So that's my challenge to you, is print out a rank tracker, do one for the rank that you're currently at, the one that you just hit, right? And the rank that you are planning to hit next. Okay, so I hit executive director. in March of 2022. My goal is to hit senior executive director in April of 2022. What do I need to do to hit senior executive director? And then I will post that, if that makes sense. Does that seem
Okay, and let's
doable?
say also, if you are watching this and let's say that you don't have a team and you are like, I am not interested in a team. A challenge for you is let us know what PV goal you would like to hit, and push yourself. Don't just go for the 300 so you can get the 25% commission. Don't do that. Let's say that you consistently hit 300 with ease and you're like, I've got that. I've got that. Okay, well, let's challenge you to try to hit 600. Let's try to hit that first level of enhanced commission, and figure out a plan of how you can get there, and share that, because I know, not everybody wants to build a team. Not everybody wants to lead, even though leadership is so rewarding on many levels. I love celebrating successes with my team and sharing in all the fun things with them, but leadership is not for everybody. So let us know your PV goal, and how you will get there. And then those of you that are on here, I will say, Jess, I've had a couple leaders already message me, super pumped about having more leadership specific information. So I think that, those of you that are on here, if you do lead a team, let us know in the chat if you would be interested in having, like a paid as director and above or paid as team leader and above specific Zoom where we could really get into like the nitty gritty stuff of leadership and all of the different, generations and break those downs and, ranks and all that. Just let us know if that's something that you would be interested in, or maybe just people that are wanting to get to that next level. And maybe you just want to mastermind with some other leaders and bounce ideas off of them. I think it would be awesome. I think any leadership specific trainings, Katie said leadership meetings would be awesome. Anne said very interested. And like I said, Jess, I've had a couple leaders message me and say, oh my gosh, if you guys do leader meetings, I would so be there.
Good deal. Well, I work at the hospital the next 2 nights. So I will work on doing that this weekend, and I can have a game plan by the 1st of next week about what that looks like.
Let's do it, girl. I'm all in. You just tell me when and we will do the darn thing.
Yep, I agree. I think that specifically, and this is just for leadership meetings, I think that it's powerful to have a room full of leaders so that you can brainstorm things that you're doing for your teams that are helping you, or roadblocks that you're coming up against where you're like, gosh, I just feel like I'm hitting my head against the wall trying to help my team. And we're like, oh, well, have you thought of it? Maybe doing something like this way, or, something like that. But just getting leaders together in general is really, I mean, you've been a part of them, Danielle. I'm kind of preaching to the choir. It's just a different outlook.
Yes.
So yeah, I will definitely work on that. I think that would be super beneficial. Good night. I'm almost done.
We better wrap this up. Them babies need you, girl.
I know. I thought I locked the door, but apparently I did not.
Oh.
This is just training stuff, conference. I did post in the team space about conference. I will. About the virtual, the live, all of that stuff goes on sale, I think this coming week, like next week. So be on the lookout for that. I would love to see all of you guys there, but I know that that's not feasible for everybody. But I will encourage you, if you are doing it virtual, find a stylist buddy to do it with. I know of several stylists that if they have done the virtual together before, and they got more out of the experience than just sitting at home by themselves, watching it by themselves. So find a stylist that's local to you that you can be a part of conference together. Is it May? Maybe I looked at the dates wrong. I thought it was April. Lord, Katie, I don't even know what day it is today. Maybe it is May 16th. I thought it was April.
Yeah, I think it is in May that the tickets are going on sale.
Okay, well, I was wrong. It's May 16th. You got a whole month to plan. But I do know it's like 7 p.m. Central Time. Like that's all I remember.
Yes.
Because I was like,
Yep.
oh, good, I'll be off of work. But I thought that it was next week. Okay, moving on. Developer phase, coming soon. There's more stuff coming about enrolling checklist, home office training. They're offering team leader trainings, special sessions for leaders at training, at conference and different things like that. Now we're bringing the dog in here. Y'all are getting to see the whole daggone family. I'm just waiting for Jared to.
So weird.
He's so weird. And then there's that. I'll skim over that. We still have this going on, the April host incentive. Make sure that you're taking advantage of that. And then we talked about, I think, all of these things throughout this training. So make a plan, map where you are, identify where you need to take your next step, and commit to your goal by sharing it with an accountability partner. So that's why I said, I'm going to make a place in the team space for you to share this and commit to your goal. But if you have an accountability partner that you work really closely with, like an upline or your enroller, or even just an accountability partner, share that with them and say, hey, here's my goal. I want to hit this. And I'm going to share this with you so that you can help hold me accountable when I'm ready to throw the towel in. And you can say, remember, we had this conversation. This is where you want to be. And let's get you back on track. Booking nail bars with new hosts to help them get these new hostess exclusives, and sharing the opportunity with everybody. This, I think that's funny, is sharing the opportunity with every host and at least one guest. I think that you should share the opportunity with everybody because you never know who needs it. That's my disclaimer on that. And then these are just the normal updates and required Color Street stuff. Swag store. I did hear that we're getting new swag stuff coming soon. And then customer service, compliance. And then I really love this last quote. All growth depends upon activity. There is no development physically or intellectually without effort. There's no development physically or intellectually without effort, and effort means work. You have to put in the work to see development happen, whether that be physically, intellectually, in your business, as a team. Like, you have to put in the work. You can't just stand by and think that it's going to happen. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen without you putting in the work. So you have to put in the work to see that your business succeed and continue to grow. You just can't stand by. So with that, I don't have anything else. We're going to really try and keep this at an hour. I'm really sorry that this was an hour and almost a half. But I'm a talker, but I think that we had great content and we had some good conversations about, you know, the different things that are going on in our business. So I hope that you guys found this helpful. So do you have anything, Danielle?
I don't think so. I think we covered a lot, and I'm looking forward to the in-person meetings and continuing, you know, these trainings with you and the leader training. So I think we're onto something good, and keep it rolling.
All right, good deal. So I will share this in the team space. If you have somebody that was like, oh gosh, I forgot to hop on the call, let them know that this will be posted in the team space tomorrow. I have it recorded. I will be sharing this tomorrow in the team space so that people can watch it and hopefully interact and get something out of it as well. So with that, I will talk to you guys later. I hope that you have a good night, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.